And so this is a perfect time to jump in now if you're willing to see the opportunities. Recommit to the power that you have to make decisions in your life. Why is that important in abundance? Just one experience that a person has determined their perception of a character. How many times have you been in a bad mood and you've gone to, to something and honed in on everything that wasn't working out, versus being in a good mood and, maybe things were imperfect, but you honed in on the things that were working out, the way you were supported, and so again, these are biases that we have, that we take into every experiences. And they include a myriad of things: our upbringing, our parents' style of raising us, their personal beliefs, our past experiences. Two people can be looking out at the ocean at 20-foot waves. One of them is a champion surfer and the other one had a near drowning accident at the age of 9. They're both going to look at those 20-foot waves very differently. Very differently. And so those past experiences, the conditioning, the cultural conditioning really affects that. So projection is a process of again, attributing our internal experiences, thoughts, and emotions onto the external world. Why is that important in abundance? We're in an economic, I want to say, huge opportunity. A lot of people are saying doom and gloom. What's your perception? The people that, there's more millionaires made during times of economic depression than any other times. Why? Because there's certain people that look at this as an opportunity. So they're willing to take risks. They're saying, the opportunities are endless right now. The economic depression has literally leveled the playing field, versus when we're in an incline, it's hard to jump in at the top. It really is. And so this is a perfect time to jump in now if you're willing to see the opportunities, versus other people clamp up, they freeze. I would say there's more freezing right now than anything. People are like, I just want to wait till this time's over and then I'll figure out what to do. That's the worst you can do with inflation. And again, I'm not giving money advice or anything. Really, it's what are you looking at? Now, if your perception is these are horrible times, then you're going to constrict. You're going to shove your money under the mattress. You're going to not take risks. You're not going to make decisions that will contribute to your overall future wealth. And in essence, may even hurt you. And I would say it will hurt you. Someone who has $100,000 in the account, we'll call it $100,000 in an account, savings account earning 2% interest, afraid to invest with the possibility of 25% interest. And they think that 2% is keeping that money safe. I don't want to take a risk and invest that money with the possibility of losing it, even though, this particular investment, there's absolutely no way, there's a massive upside. 25% was very conservative, but they chose to play it safe. They could have chosen to play it safe at 2%. Looking at inflation, the amount of loss that this person would have incurred would have been huge. I know right now, inflation, in the market, they're probably talking about 12%. I would say it's my millionaire friends circles are talking, more than about 20%. And so you're not only missing out on potential upside, but that money in the bank is losing money. So that 100,000 now is only worth 80,000 if you're looking at that 20%, $80,000 worth of buying power. So they actually lost money in trying to play it safe. So having that perception of fear keeps a person from making good choices that are going to help build their ultimate wealth and income. So what do? Take a deep breath and then re-own your power. Re-own your power. Recommit to the power that you have to make decisions in your life.